Hello.
It's the same story everywhere.
Welcome to... Oh, okay. Dozers are coming outside with me, even though I'm leaving.
Everyone's on.
They've been attached to me at like the hip. So, hello, welcome to another vlog here. I think number 22. It is the 5th? The 5th of May? In the year of 2019. Headed to the store to go get some coffee, but just thought I'd touch in really quick, greet you for this morning. It's very cloudy and rainy out here. Let's see here. Cloudy. You know, the cloudy days, for a lot of people, they don't like them. I love them. I think they make just nature looks so like rich. Like, I'm just looking at all these trees right now. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look how freaking green it is. It's dope. Anyway, I'll have more information once I get done at the store about, you know, what I'm talking about in this vlog today. But anyway, good morning. Hello. Thanks for being here watching this vlog. I'll see you in a little bit. Peace. All right, back from the store. Got a few things. One of them is this cold brew. I got it for a few reasons. One, I went there to the store to get cold brew, like it's like pre-made, just in a container. Looks like this, but it's cold brew coffee. Went to the store to get some, and then I usually always get the same type, but then I saw this one and I was like, I'm gonna try this one out because looked cool. I looked at the ingredients. It's 2 ingredients. It's filtered water and coffee. There's no like natural flavors or anything like that with this stuff. It's just the 2 ingredients, and then also this bottle is actually made out of glass. It's not plastic, which is pretty sweet. And the label looks like it's made out of paper. So, good stuff. Pretty excited about that. But you may notice that the quality of this video might be a little bit different. So, oh, hey, look. Sorry for that cut. There was a human being that entered my vision, and so I just talked to, it was my dad. Talked to my dad. Yeah, I was saying that I just changed the quality of my videos. So this is not in 4K. This is capped out at 1080, but it's running at 60 frames per second. So I'm just trying to see which one I like more, or if I need to go down to something like 1080p at 30 frames per second. I hope not, but yeah, I just found that 4K was taking a really long time to render. Like I did that last vlog. That last vlog took like 3 hours to render, and then it took, I think, close to an hour to upload to YouTube. And it's like, woof, I just don't have that kind of time. I mean, I kind of do because I did it, but it's just, that's a lot of time to just put aside to, you know, just let a video render on my computer. And I don't know if this is the just me thing, or if I'm just fabricating things about computers, but like I don't feel comfortable necessarily when I render out a video like that, or like render out one of my videos, one of my like lyric or like visualizers for YouTube. It's like I just don't use my computer. The only thing I use my computer for at that point in time is going to be things like just like the internet. That's it. I won't work on music. I don't play any video games. I don't work on other artwork or anything like that, just because I feel like I'm already using so much of my computer. Whenever I look at my task manager and look at the CPU usage, whenever I'm running around a video like that, it sits up at like 90% because it's just basically using all of my computer to do it. Which then makes it go really fast. Like I've got a pretty beefy computer, like, you know, 90% of my computer is doing a bunch. I would hate to see how long my render times were if I didn't have this computer. But yeah, so I just didn't really want to do that anymore. I decided I was going to try out a different quality of video. And so I'm going for a little bit smooth view here. Smooth. Smooth. You see that? See that sway? You see how smooth, buttery that is? 60 frames per second, all about it. But yeah, so that is why the change of quality is here. Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, hang on. I can't show off the flow too much, you know? I don't want to rile some people up with the flow, so I gotta keep it contained. Anyway, that was an odd intro to this segment. So, been working on some music now. This track for like an hour. Yeah, about an hour now. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. This track is something different. It's so... I was literally just sitting down and I was just thinking about how... I don't know, how just wildly different in so many different aspects that this track is than my previous stuff that I've been releasing the past few months. It's insane. Yeah, I don't know. It's just wild to think about. Like, production-wise, it's the biggest track I've ever done. Production quality, easily the best to me that I've ever done. Creativity-wise, it's one of the best I've ever done. I mean, yeah, this track I've just kind of like really pushed what I'm capable of. Or it almost feels like I was already capable of this. It was just, I had to figure out how to go about it, if that makes any sense. So it feels more like I'm just kind of settling into something fantastic right now. It just feels right, basically, you know? But a lot of stuff going on. This is a choir plugin right here. So, I mean, I've got choirs, I've got violins, brass instruments, woodwinds. I have 2 drum kits. 3 technically, kind of 3, yeah. Got some like synths, I've got my crazy basses, I've got a bunch of different effects going on. It's wild. I'm super excited for everyone to hear this. Alright, don't mind my broken ass blinds back here. So, something else that I'm doing different with this track. So, I've already done, like, a lot of my production is different. The tonality, the genre, a lot of stuff is different with this track, right? And I've put so much time and effort into it. As I was going along, I just decided to ignore the artwork. I just started ignoring the artwork, and actually probably what I did was replace the time that I would typically work on my artwork and filled it with video games instead. The game I'm playing right now, Spellforce 3, super fantasy, like high fantasy type of game, kind of like that gritty fantasy a little bit, and with an amazing story so far. I'm not even that far in, but yeah, you know, I needed to treat my mind. I wasn't necessarily filling my mind with inspiration, if you will. I was only just taking out of my mind inspiration. Like, that was all I was doing for the past 4 months. I wasn't filling it with inspiration. I was taking the inspiration that I had in there and just getting it out. So, you know, back to the artwork, I just, decided not to do my own artwork. I did try a little bit, and it just wasn't really working. So I'm actually going to either commission someone or just license a piece of the work. So, which is really exciting for me, because some of the artwork that I'm finding for some of these artists out here it's insane. They're so freaking talented. I'm just like, why didn't I do this sooner? The biggest challenge for me right now is I've been talking to a few people, emailing them, emailing a few of these artists, and the hardest thing for me is, for one, I don't think I'm quite where I need to be to commission. Most artists are just a little bit out of my price range to make it worthwhile to get an original piece of work. So I'm trying to license work, and that's not really that difficult, but what's hard about this whole licensing thing is not getting the license itself, a lot of these artists, their prices are super fair. If not, I feel like I'm stealing from them. Like, that's how much I love their art, some of these artists. But because I still want to make the videos for YouTube, and I want to carry out the method that I've been using, which is I've created my artwork. You know, it starts with the artwork for the actual track itself, and then basically I just take those images, move them over to After Effects, like the separate pieces, move them over to After Effects. That way I can move them around, put like particles in between them and stuff like that. I still want to carry that over and be able to use my artwork as the YouTube video. And so I'm trying to find artists that are willing to let me give them a little bit more money and have them just give me the individual items of their art piece, depending on how they work. I'm not asking any artists to cut the images out themselves. Like, I just know that some artists will work on individual items in the entire scene. So like, they'll put their landscape in one on like one layer, maybe multiple layers, you know, and then they have on separate layers they're the main character, then they have, you know, another layer with this big tree, and then another layer is a second tree, and like another layer is all the backdrop trees or something like that, you know. It's just like every object in the scene has its own layer. But then some artists don't do that. They have almost no layers, and it's just like basically one image, and then the only layers they have are like, you know, the sketch layer, the color layer, the shadow layers, and then like highlights and like things like that, you know. Those artists, I would never ask for them to cut that out. But if an artist does do the separation of the objects in the scene, then that would be awesome if they sent them to me. Otherwise, I just would need to get permission to do my own cutting out, like cut the objects out of the scene myself. I would just need to get the permission to do that. So it's a process right now, but that is something, is just commissioning artwork. That's new for me. I've never done that before, so very interested to see how this process keeps on going and unfolding. And yeah, I think I'm gonna pause this one here and talk about some other stuff here soon. I'm gonna keep working on some music now. Okay, see ya. All right, just finishing up with music for this part of my day. I scheduled out a little bit later to work on more music, time a little bit later today, but this is it for this part of my day. It's lunchtime, and then I think video games. I think I did a little mid-afternoon video game session for myself. But still haven't heard back from any of the artists. It's only been like an hour. But this. I'm so stoked for people to hear this. This is not a song. Okay, this is a ride. This is not a song. This is a ride. This is a story. Yeah. Oh, I've missed making music like this. Just music where I've got a whole story laid out in my head, and I'm able to just turn that story into sound via music. And this is... it's so cool, man. I'm so excited for people to hear this. I don't know what else to say about it. You're just going to have to listen to it when it comes out, which I still don't know. I still don't know because of this whole artwork thing. You know, I made out my whole schedule. It's over there. It's on like the whole like month-based calendar over there. I wrote out every time the date I needed the track finished by, and then like the release date, but I'm kind of ignoring that for now because this song, I decided I wanted it to be the best that it possibly can be. So I'm already like 3 days beyond the time that the track should have been finished. Not to mention, I don't even have any artwork yet to even upload it. So this one's gonna be delayed. I don't know when. I might upload another track. It's definitely not heavy. you know, in the meantime, but, no, actually, probably not. Yeah, it's just going to be delayed. So I have no release date yet. It will be up as soon as I can, but I mean, it's probably going to be another few weeks from now. Sheesh. So, price you pay, but this song is so worth it. This song is so worth it. I promise. I promise this song is worth it. It's just, it's so good. You'll see. You'll see. I'm going to try not to share too much about it because I want it all to be a big surprise. So, yes. Be amped, be pumped, do great things, have a great week. Let me know how this video quality is comparatively to the past videos that I've been doing, whereas this one is 1080p at 60 frames per second. The others are 4K at 30 frames per second. Let me know. I'm Basil Elton. Peace out.